Hello there, this is Sheldon again. Welcome back to iOS eTutorials. Today we're going to talk about AutoLayout in Xcode 8. So it's going to be similar in Xcode 7 if you are still using it, but it will give you the basic same idea of how can we use AutoLayout to manage our UI components automatically. As you can see in the final result of our demo video, we will have these 4 labels and one image view in the center, and everything aligned in the view controller. So the way that we will work on the auto layout is that we need to find the position of each element. Let's say for the left upper corner label, we will find the position, which will be the X value and Y value for the label itself, and also we need to figure out a way to set the width and height for the label. So same for every element in the UI. For every UI components in our view controller, we will need to find the X, Y, and width and height for it. So that's what we need to figure out when we set up the auto layout. Alright, let's get started. So let's simply create one single view application here, given auto layout demo as a project name, and choose whatever language if you want, because we're not gonna do anything code-wise. So if you come to the storyboard here in Xcode 8, so assuming we're gonna have 4 labels, four on the 4 corners of our UI view controllers, we can put some different text here. Let's say left upper label, and here we can say right upper label, and also here we can put left bottom label and right bottom label. And let's also put an image view here right in the middle. So eventually we're gonna make our 4 labels align into every 4 corners, and in the middle we want our image view controller. So I really want to, so for the first hint is that we will have a status bar on top, which will be 20 points. The height of the status bar will be 20 points. So you need to know this. And the first thing we're gonna do, we want to align the top and the left of our first label here, as well as the label's width and height. So this will make sure the label will align on the left upper corner here. So first you click this button, second button from the right side, and you need to know what is this means constraint to margins. So by default the check mark will be turned on. Let's say 10 from the top and 10 from the left, and as you can see we leave this check mark on. And now if you hit this button, it will be automatically moved to here as you set this value to be 10 and this value to be 10. So as you can see, there will be an automatically space left here, which will be 20 or 15, because we are still having this check mark here. So if this is the way you want to do, which is leave some default value here, and you can simply do this way, but usually the way we do it is just uncheck it. So this will be the absolute value from the edge to the left side of your label. So let's clean all the constraints. So first uncheck this mark, and we want to set 10 from the top and 10 from the left, and also the height and the width. Okay, as you can see, if you update the frame here, it will move left because we unchecked that check mark. But you may notice from the top it didn't change, because from the margin this is the default height of the status bar, which will be 20. So no matter you check or uncheck this mark here, this 10 will be the distance from your top of your label to the bottom edge of the status bar. Okay, so similarly we'll do the thing for the right upper corner label. We can do top 10, right 10, width and height, and we can update. On the bottom I want to do it, so first let's temporarily remove the image wheel, or actually we don't need to remove the image wheel, sorry. So for the bottom two labels, we can do the similar way to set the left and bottom like this, and also the width and height. So it will be, after you hit this update frame, it will be automatically moved to here. But here I want to show you another way of doing it, which is you hold Command. So you first click the top left upper label, and then you hold Command and left click this left bottom label. So in here you click this button, so which will be the third one from right side. You can set leading edges, means these two elements will be aligned from the left side, also same align from the right side. And okay, so we are aligning left and the right same as this label, but we need to do one more thing, is we need to set the bottom distance 10 from the bottom screen edge, as well as the height of the label height. So now you can see everything is ready. We are setting this value, the distance from the bottom, also the height of the label, and then we align left and right of the edges according to the first label here. So as you can see, the text is missing, partially is missing. So actually we can make this longer by double click this width itself by 150, and you can see automatically this label will be updated. So similarly, we can choose the first right upper corner label as well as the right bottom label, and we are able to make the leading and trailing. And now, as you can see, we are trying to make the left side matching the left side here, and as well as the right side. So after that, we will need to set the bottom the height. Sorry. So only single click the the lower label, and you can choose the height and also the bottom distance, which is 10, and then you can update frame. Again, it's kind of too small. I mean, the width is not enough. It's because the width is enough for the upper label, but it's not good enough for the bottom label. We can simply click single click the upper label and double click this width and set it 150. Okay, so for the image wheel, first we want align this image wheel in the center of our screen. So we can simply do it by first single click this image wheel and then click this button, and we can make it horizontally in the center and vertically in the center. So now it will be aligned in the center, but as you may notice that we not setting the height and width of this image wheel. So so for the width, we can set. We can click this button. Sorry, we can choose the right second button here, and to align this 30 to the left and 30 to the right. And now we also need this like 30 from top. Sorry, unclick this, and 30 from bottom. Okay, there are some conflicts. Just don't panic if you see this kind of conflict. You just choose whatever you just added. You just choose these elements and clear constraints of itself. Just don't clear. Sorry, I mean here I did it wrong. I clear all the constraints for every element. We only need to clear the constraints of the selected image wheel. Yes. So we only clear the constraints here for the image wheel itself. Back again, we choose horizontal in center and vertically in center. Now you can set the width and height. For example, if we put 300 for width and 300 for height, and it will be right in the center of the frame with height and width. Wait. So let's just grab some image from Google. So we have downloaded one image, and let's drag it to our project. And here in the inspector of the image wheel, we can choose our image with name img, and we can choose a aspect fit. Actually, if you want, we can make the image wheel's background to be some other color to make it more apparent. Okay, now let's run the project, and we can simply choose iPhone 7 simulator. As we can see, it's aligned, as everything is aligned as we expected. We want this image wheel in the center, and also we have every 4 labels in the 4 corners position. So we can try to rotate our screen here by holding command and then tap left or right. As you can see, these labels are not masked. Every time you rotate your screen, the labels will be perfectly automatically aligned. We can also run it in a smaller screen. Let's put it in iPhone 6 or even iPhone 5. Okay, so as you can see, it's in iPhone 5 screen, it's still perfectly aligned. All 4 labels are in the 4 corners. It looks like there's a bigger space here because we align our text in the label from the left side. So we can align the text here from the right side. In this case, it will be more clear that we are having the correct layout. And also we are not worried about rotating our screen. But one thing you may notice here is that for the smaller iPhone 5 screen, because we are setting our image view with 300 width and 300 height, so this may block our label here. So this is things that will usually happen here when you're developing an app UI, because you need to consider smaller screens from iPhone as small as iPhone 4 to as big as iPhone 7 Plus for now. So we can use another way to set the auto layout for our UI image view in the center. So let's clear the constraints for the UI image view itself by single tapping it and then clear its constraints. Okay, so now we can hold the control button and then left click our image view and drag to our left upper corner label, and we can choose horizontally spacing. Means we are aligning the left side to the left side of our upper label. Also, if we do the same, hold Control and left click our image view and drag it to the label, we can choose vertical spacing as well. So we are setting the distance between the label as well, between the label and our image view. So now we can also drag here to our red upper label by setting not vertical. We don't want vertical, actually we want the right side. So we can do it this way. We can set the trailing space here. I think it's better to do it symmetrically. So let's remove the leading space here. So this means if you know which you want to delete, you can simply click here and remove the constraint that you don't want. So for the left side, we just drag it to our view controller wheel, so we can choose leading here. So this is a way to set it symmetrically, and as well we can drag it to the bottom label and choose vertical spacing. So let's make this as big as 30. I mean, we make the image bigger, not the distance bigger. So as you can see, the image view itself is bigger, but it's still aligned in the center in horizontal direction as well as vertical direction. So now if you run the project, you can see it's in the iPhone 5 simulator. It will not block our label in this case, and because we're setting the image to be fit to our image wheel and it looks better. The only reason I set background color of our image wheel is to make this more clearer to see. But usually you set the background color of your image wheel as same as the background color of your view controller itself. Another thing to mention is that in Xcode 8, size classes are more convenient to use. You can choose different devices if you zoom out, and you can also choose the directions as a preview of your result of the simulation. So in which case you don't even need to simulate, you can see the result in advance, which is pretty cool. I mean, this function is also available in Xcode 7, but it's just harder to find. It's in the review. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy this video. Please leave any comments, and if you do like this video, please leave a like, and I really hope you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will release more interesting and very useful iOS tutorial videos. And oh, by the way, happy Thanksgiving. I will see you next time.